Hello and welcome back to Black Bear Forge. I thought we'd continue work on our Fireman's axe today. And I've just been doing a little bit of grinding, cleaning it up, making sure everything is even and symmetrical. After working on the eye and re-drifting it the other day, it really came out much better than I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to have to do a lot more work with the die grinder. But all that remains today is to do some straightening, some final profiling, redrift the eye after that to make sure it remains symmetrical and I didn't collapse anything or mess anything up during that process. But other than that, it is pretty much completed. So if you want to tag along and watch what I'm up to, let's go get this hot. So this is what we've got so far. The eye is still pretty good. It's a little bit thick-walled still, so I think I'm probably going to try and thin that out a little bit more, make it a little bit bigger. Certainly the bigger the eye, the bigger the handle connection is and the stronger this will be. And because this is a prying and chopping tool, I want a good strong handle in it. As you can see, it's a little bit bowed across here. The eye's a little irregular there. All things that we should be able to fix with some forging today. And that's what we're going to be up to. This is really not going to take a whole lot today, I don't think. I'm using this big rounding hammer not because I need the weight, but because it's got such a gentle face and it won't leave edge marks from the hammer as likely. Yeah, it looks pretty straight. That is really about all I need to do to this. Just a little bit of final straightening. I'm leaving this axe fairly thick because it is not the same as a wood carving axe or a carpenter's axe that needs a fine blade. This is a forcible entry tool or an emergency breaching tool to get out of a tight spot, and it's more about brute force than it is about sharp edges. So we're going to leave it pretty thick. Well, I think I'm going to end today's segment on the Fireman's axe pretty much the way I started, and that's with some grinding. After doing the forge work, I just want to make sure everything is smooth. Unlike a lot of my axes, I don't want to leave this one with a hammer finish because Fireman's axes are subject to all sorts of nasty, wet conditions, and it needs to be able to clean and dry off thoroughly without any little pits and divots that will be a good place for rust and corrosion to get started. So this one will be cleaned up. I'm not going to polish it. I'm just going to make it good and smooth. And after hardening and tempering, I won't go back and regrind all that. So it'll have kind of a matte gray finish instead of a bright silvery finish. In any case, it'll still be a good looking tool, have some hand forged characteristics, just not a complete forged finish. So there's some more grinding and cleaning up to do with this, and then we'll take another look at it later. It is not my intention to do a video on the hardening and tempering process for this. We have looked at hardening and tempering over and over and over again on the channel. So if you're interested in how to harden and temper an axe, an adze, a chisel, a hammer, any of those things, the same principles apply to this axe. But we will take another look at this when it's completely finished. I'll finish the grinding, I'll harden it, I'll temper it, I'll sharpen it, I'll put a handle on it, and then we'll just take a last look at it, discuss the characteristics, what the final weight ended up being, what the goals were for this project, and just kind of review the whole thing at that point and maybe go through some lessons learned, like making sure you know what shape of an eye you want before you drift it the first time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't done so already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. Feel free to stick around, watch a few of the other videos, share the videos with your friends and on social media, but then by all means, make time in your day to get out to your shop, make something, but stay safe, wear your safety glasses. We'll see you for the next one. If you would like to provide financial support for the videos here at Black Bear Forge, there are links in the video description for both PayPal and Patreon. These are merely donations. The content is free and will remain free.